All rise for the jury. That way you go right to that end seat.
Please be seated. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I understand you reached a verdict. If you could have your foreperson rise and read the verdict, please. Just we, the jury, on go to each one and tell us what
Okay.
charges you.
For the defendant, Paul Bellar, on the count 1 of gang membership felonies, we find the defendant guilty. Count 2, providing material support for an act of terrorism, we find the defendant guilty. Count 3, weapons, felony firearm, we find the defendant guilty.
Okay, that's all.
Second defendant, Joseph Morrison. Count 1, gang membership felonies, we find the defendant guilty. Count 2, providing material support for an act of terrorism, we find the defendant guilty. Count 3, weapons, felony firearm, we find the defendant guilty. For the third defendant, Pete Musico, we find the defendant for count 1, gang membership felonies, we find the defendant guilty. Count 2, providing material support for an act of terrorism, we find the defendant guilty. Count 3, weapons, felony firearm, we find the defendant guilty.
You poll the jury, please.
Me to swear him in first.
Yes, just raise your right hands. She's going to swear you in. No, you can remain. She's going to swear you in, and then she's going to ask each one of you, was that and is this your verdict? And if it was your verdict, you just say yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you, jury foreperson, and do each of you other jurors state on your oath that the verdict read by your foreperson is the verdict of this jury? Say so, you members of the jury.
We do.
Go ahead.
Juror number 1, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 2, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 3, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 4, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 5, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 7, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 10, was that and is that your verdict? Juror number 11, was that and is that your verdict? Juror number 12, was that and is that your verdict? Juror number 13, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 14, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have you go back to the jury room for a few minutes, and I'll be back to talk to you in just a little bit. It's not going to be much longer, and we'll have you on your way. I can't thank you enough. I know this has been a very long process. Likewise, I thank the other 2 jurors who were drawn off, but having an alternates is very important, so we don't have to go through the whole process again. And I know it's been very inconvenient, but as the attorneys pointed out, it's probably something you'll never forget, having been on this jury. And I do appreciate your service. Thank you very much. And we'll be back in just a little bit. Cameras off. I'm out.
All rise for the jury.
Sheriff Schutte, please be seated. Take Mr. Bellar into custody and arrange transportation for Mr. Musico and Mr. Morrison. they're remanded to the custody of the sheriff.
Your Honor,
pending
with-
sentencing.
Would the
you,
court
Your Honor.
entertain any argument whatsoever? He's on tether. He's had no
I
violations.
understand that, but we got a felony firearm right off the bat.
I understand.
I'm just safer to put him in custody. right now.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you like a sentencing date?
Yes,
December 15th at 9 o'clock.
Okay. I'm gonna be there for you all the way to the end, I promise.
okay, I guess we're all done. As council is aware, if any of you want to, my practice is in longer trials to go back, thank the jurors personally and see if they have any questions about something that may have gone on. This is not an opportunity to ask them questions about anything. It's just to see if they have any questions for any of us about the proceedings.
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge. We'd
well,
be
they're just-
interested in that.
Okay.